course, it's choosing the right supplier. Is it one, or is it two, or is it more? Do your due diligence. A single supplier gives you a number of advantages. It's less complex in the supply chain. There's lower indirect costs. You may be able to get better pricing. You may be able to beat up that sole supplier and get better discounts on the volumes that you want to purchase. You may be able to build a better partnership relationship with a single supplier. You will. If they understand you, you'll be able to get more value for your money. They'll be able to work together, and they'll understand your business, and they'll start adding value back in. You also then adopt a continuous service culture, so that as changes happen inside your business, you feel that you've got that partnership with that single supplier, that you can go and talk to them and actually understand, they'll understand where your business is going and what you're doing, and they can work with you to deliver those services. So a single supplier makes life easier. There are, however, a number of pitfalls. The suppliers are more difficult to find. You need to choose the right partner, and actually finding one that can deliver everything that you want in one person may be more difficult. You do have all your eggs in one basket. And this one, I'm probably still uncertain as whether it's a plus or a minus. I have two different views on this. Yes, sometimes a single supplier, especially the big corporates, are very inflexible as far as the services. This is what we supply, this is how you'll take the services. You will get a contract, and that will tell you what your passwords would be and how that operates. Sometimes the smaller single suppliers actually are more flexible. The smaller houses tend to want to work with you and build up that relationship and build up a partnership. So that could be both a plus and a minus as far as that single supplier is concerned. On the multi-source side, again, some big advantages. You can challenge them. You can play one off against the other, so you can maintain that competition. So you can make certain that you do get your value for money. There's less impact if one of them decides to fail you. You then have the opportunity to either move to the other or move again to someone else. So you can play one off against the other. You're less impacted if one of them fails for whatever reason. You can also tailor the services that you want to ensure that you get the best of breed. You want to make certain that you get the best service from the best people. And if you look at the services that one supplier is giving and you think that's fine for that element of the business, you may be able to find another supplier for a different area of the business that requires maybe more disaster recovery services or better RTOs and better RPOs than that other supplier. So you can tailor. You can actually choose the best of breed for which supplier suits you. However, there are still much the same with pitfalls. Hidden costs. You may be paying twice for some of the services because you're paying it through different suppliers. You need to maintain that integrating function. You may have outsourced some elements to one supplier, some elements to another supplier. How are the two going to connect? Do they all come back down through your office, all the communications, data communications, and back out? How are you going to get the links in between? So you need to maintain that integration relationship. It is a more complex supply chain to manage. And more importantly, it is back almost to, you come back to that supplier-client relationship. You lose that partnership and you lose that warming of trust and feel. So you need to find somebody that is willing to work with you both as a partner if there are multiple ones that you're dealing with. Is there a right? Is there a wrong? So you need to consider which way which supplier is right for you. Look at the compatibility. Do they understand your business? Do they have a niche market that may be suited for you? Is it in retail? Is it in insurance? Is it in the industry sector that you know? Are you buying a commoditized or a tailored, customized service just for you? Are the suppliers willing to do that? Choose what supplier fits what you want to do. Challenge those suppliers to deliver what you need at the business end, not what they're just willing to provide. Look at the organizations and find the suppliers that they trust. So look at similar companies that work alongside you, see who they're using to deliver their business and whether they're also using certain suppliers that they've already got a relationship with. It's a soft factor, but you need to have that trust with the people that are going to deliver that service. You need to know whether they can deliver that service, and you know that if things go wrong, they'll be there to help you. And you need to build up that softer feeling when you're actually talking and negotiating with the people. Challenge them to actually understand what your business is all about. At the end of the day, it is still a slight leap of faith, because you need to commit to a term as far as that contract is concerned. But use the options available to you. Challenge that supplier with those proof of concepts, for example. We're going back to the same four that Jim mentioned: people, processes, technology, location. Think about where their data centers are. Are they right for you? Does the technology match your requirements? Does it deliver you the performance and the other capability and capacity growths that you need? Look at their processes. Are they ISO 27001 security authorized? Maybe they've just got ISO 9000 for the quality mark, but it's a start. Think about what they have under and how they deliver those services. Look at the people. Challenge the supplier to deliver you the information about their staff. How many do they have? Where are they located? Are they on the opposite side of the world? Or are they here alongside the data center where the cloud platform is? Look at the qualifications of the technical team. Are they skilled up to support the applications and services that you need? And then follow up on references. If they give you those references, ensure that you follow them up. But be prepared in advance. Gather a checklist. Make certain you know the questions that you want to ask them. Make certain that you know where you want to go. What is vital to you to understand whether they are the right supplier. Prepare those questions in advance. And with the recommendations, check them out. Make certain that those other companies that they say are working there, challenge that supplier. Go and ask them if those are real references and make certain that you can gain access to those people.